Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Avionics. Welcome back to another action figure review video. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. But in today's video, we have the new Player 2 Dhalsim variant from Next Level Jada Toys Ultra Street Fighter 2 action figure line. This is a San Diego 2025 Comic-Con exclusive. And, you know, this was a $45 and it's sold out now. So you cannot buy this directly from their website anymore. You are going to have to rely on eBay and the sorts and pay probably an overpriced amount. But this is the front of the packaging. There's the top with the logo and some artwork on Player 2 variant Dhalsim, both sides. And on the back we have a nice image of his stage and then the same artwork of Dhalsim. I do want to point out that Dhalsim's box is smaller than Comic-Con exclusive M. Bison's box, as you can see here, just because of all the stuff that M. Bison comes with. But let's go ahead and remove this sleeve. It is removable. There is more underneath here, including a window. Alright, so here's Dhalsim and all the accessories and the burnt body effect, which is really cool, which is why this set stands out and can justify the $45. We can see here we have some other parts to interchange with our Player 1 variant. Here's the back of the packaging with the Player 2 variant Dhalsim in the Yoga Flame effect. And then, of course, all the players they're coming out with soon to come T-Hawk, Vega, Balrog, and E Honda coming out later this year. And we'll be getting more variants soon of everyone probably. So let's go ahead and open up the packaging. So this is the cardboard insert inside our Player 2 Comic-Con exclusive Dhalsim, which is a nice wider view of his stage, which looks really good and can act as a great diorama piece. Alright, so we have everything all out of the packaging, action figure, and all of the accessories. We've got a plethora here to go over. Alright, we're going to start off with the stands. So we're going to have two different base stands this time. So we're going to have this one, which is compatible for the body that's on fire. So it's a little bit different than what we're used to for like the fireball, but this is the base, and then it's going to plug the thicker end in here like so. Then we have the smaller end, and then we can take our Yoga Flame effect, which looks really great. Translucent orange. It's a little bit more opaque in the back, and then it kind of clears up in the front, but amazing color and sculpt, kind of reminiscent of Fei Long's Dragon Kick effect. So that is the Yoga Flame effect, and then there is the hole, and then just plug that in there like this, and then pose your Dhalsim as such. And then he comes with the standard base that all the other figures come with, which is this one. And then so they gave him the same forked stand that articulates to hold up his limbs, but so far my gripe is that they did not include one of these also. I feel like they should have included a third leg, I guess you'd say, for the stand, because you cannot, this is supposed to be used primarily for the body, and I think I did mention that earlier, and then I decided to put the flame on there, but I'll show you why. So this is for the body, the first stand that we went over, just like that. Okay, now I already showed you that this goes in there, but in their promo images and everything, they show this as the Yoga Flame effect to be held up with the forked stand, which is for the limbs, but you really can't do that because there's only one hole here. You can balance it, but no, you really need the one that comes in the other action figures of this line, which is just a regular peg, I guess, like that. See, I don't know why they thought that you could still do the same thing with that. So that's my first gripe. And then, oh yeah, you know what? I forgot I misplaced his Yoga Fireball. I forgot to lay this one out, but here's his regular Yoga Fireball. And it's compared to the actual Yoga Flame, there is a size difference. But, you know, same cool translucent orange effect with the mold. And then, so this one, you can You can't even put this on here too. It's so dumb. Like, you have to have this one. But yeah, so that'll fit on there. And then the Yoga Flame will fit on there. So you're gonna have to have your other base leg. All right. So we'll go ahead and put this back here. Now it comes with, player 2 comes with all 3 heads. So we got this one in our first player Dhalsim, which is this one right here. Okay. And then he also comes with this second head. Let me use the stand here to hold his head up. There we go. Perfect. So we have this one already for player 1, and then now we have both variants for the Yoga Flame and Yoga Fire effect. And this looks really good. Cheeks all puffed out. Looks really good. Paint applications look really good. And then here is the player 1 variant, which looks awesome. So now both player 1 and player 2 have all 3 head sculpts. We'll go ahead and leave that head up there. And then we're going to have a total of 3 pairs of hands for player 2. So he has the fists finally, right and left. And then our previous Dhalsim had these hands, like so. He's got so player 2 has a right and a left of that, plus the flat hand sculpt. And now our player 1, because this is included with our player 2 variant, we have regular fists with our player 1 Dhalsim now, finally, right and left. All right, so as far as the limbs goes, it's the same thing as we have for player 1 Dhalsim, a right and a left. They're just gonna plug in and out of the thigh cut right there. It's really easy going, nice and snug. Boom. And then he has the same arms, but in the player 2 variant. So these will just plug into at the bicep, where the shoulder and the bicep meet, just like that. And boom, bada bing, just like player 1. And then the big seal maker of a deal maker to buy this $45 player 2 Dhalsim is the burning effect player, which is really cool, because like, who would have thought they would have actually made this into an actual like dummy. But this thing looks really cool. You're gonna have your peg down in there, so it's like a solid body wrapped in a translucent coated plastic with all the effects. You had the dark orange, the black effect, and then the actual translucent coating. But yeah, this thing looks really cool. Like we've already gone over, this stand is for our burning body. Boom. So that is all of the accessories. Now let's take a closer look at our Dhalsim. So it's basically the same thing, just different colors. No other difference. Articulation is going to be the same thing. Quickly, we'll just go over it because it's just really cool to see how flexible our Dhalsim is, because he has awesome butterfly joints right there, all the way forward, all the way back. Look at that, to get those yoga arms for that pose. Our nice ab crunch, and then rotation, of course, ball joint, splits. We have the double jointed elbows with no pins, which looks amazing. The same articulating hands on hinges, and then kicking all the way forward with crunch, all the way back before hitting the butt. And then of course the thigh cut where the leg would disassemble. Double jointed knees, which look really amazing. And then we have ankle at the top of the bandage swivel, hinging with the rocker. And then action figure holes for action figure stands if you want. Alright, so I took our player 1 Dhalsim and I put in our new head and new hands that we received in this deluxe player 2 Dhalsim. And we have his Yoga Fireball effect. So here's how he looks with the new head and the hands shooting out the fireball out of his mouth. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. But yeah, I think he looks amazing. And now let's swap it out with our Yoga Flame. check out how that looks. Just check out how cool that is going to look. And then you just got to pose it right so it looks like he is exhaling it out of his mouth, just like that. All right, real quick, we'll do a size up. So there he is with player 1 Dhalsim and our second player 2 variant of M. Bison. There are a total of 3 M. Bisons now. And then here he is with our second Fei Long variant and Cammy. And then here with Blanca and player 1 Guile. And then here with our third Ken variant and Sagat. So yeah, if you weren't able to cop the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive of Dhalsim, your Dhalsim 1 is going to be SOL without the Yoga Flame and Yoga Fire effect, and that blowing fire face where he's got his cheeks all poofy to blow those effects, because they are currently sold out. Once again, $45. Who knows if Jada Toys will restock these, but this is a definite must-buy if you have been collecting this line for the last, 2 years now that Jada Toys has been making this. But yeah, this player 2 Dhalsim is definitely a must-have, and I hope you guys were able to get him as well. If you're watching this, most likely you probably weren't able to get it, so I'm wishing you good luck at that. Jada Toys does offer this up again for sale because everyone who's been collecting definitely needs this. Let me know down in the comments section below what you think of this awesome deluxe Dhalsim. Once again, I would appreciate it if you hit that like button, as it does help boost my video to others, and it's free. It doesn't cost you anything, just a simple click of a button. And please, once again, if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe and ring that notifications bell. I'll see you guys in the next video.